G'day. Oh, it's come to my attention that I have been on YouTube for 10 years, at the very least. April 1st, 2014. In saying that, I think I did first sort of get into the whole YouTubing thing in around 2011-ish, maybe, 2012. But only really sort of had meaningful content only within the last sort of 3-4 years, really. But yeah, I mean the original speaker going pop video, which is almost at 600 views, was back in 2015, and it's a sort of quite a small video of just the speaker going pop. Yeah, I was very young in that video, but yeah, YouTube decided to go into light mode. Probably want to change that somewhere. There we go. Might be a bit easier to have contrast on things, but either way, yeah. Haven't really been doing that much in the way of YouTubing in the recent past, but yeah, it was a whole year ago I was travelling. But yeah, I don't quite remember what was happening with the piece with my computer back then, but the thing works now. There might be an upgrade for that on the horizon, though. I think someone said they've got a 8th generation or 9th generation Intel board with a chip on there, so I don't know, I'll just talk to them about that and see what that's all about. But at least I'll leave the option for Windows 11 when the inevitable comes, when I have to switch to that. But yeah, either way, yeah, it's just not that much at the moment that's going on that's terribly content worthy. Technology has just sort of taken a little bit of a back seat, aside from just acquisitions, which I know I probably should do like a final tech acquisitions video, but I just don't want to keep sort of pointlessly acquiring stuff. It's just not, it just takes up space. As a matter of fact, I'm actually sort of looking into purging a lot of it, but yeah, most of it's just sort of like fairly unexciting stuff. But yeah, if anyone who knows me is still watching the channel and you want some sort of like disposable computer parts, then you know how to get in touch with me. But that offer's not quite going to be on the table for anyone else that I don't know at this stage. But yeah, this channel is only really meant to kind of just be like a thing where I just sort of like randomly do just the random video here and there when when I say fit, whenever something's sort of interesting enough. But yeah, I just realised this video's getting up to about 4.5 minutes, but yeah, nice to have a little bit of a ramble, especially having not done a video in 3 months. But yeah, the most popular video at the moment is the circuit board going pop. That's because YouTuber, I think I mentioned in a previous video, Everyday Opportunity did a shout out to my channel, so thanks again for that, because that's gotten my subscribers up a little bit. It's got me up to 63 subscribers, and the video up to almost 6,500 views, along with the XP booting on an SSD, which is second most popular, but that was installed on this system, which is a 4770K, which is the last generation to support XP, but it's the first generation to not officially have drivers available for XP. But either way, yeah. It's been a while since I've found anything in Scrap that's sort of worthy of doing a video on. A friend did find within last night he was telling me he found an old Acer Pentium 4 machine, which they're getting not that easy to find, but yeah, someone had kind of been at it, and something tried to eat it. The hard drive was missing. The connectors are all broken off. The fan, all that was left of the fan was just the motor and the blades. So yeah, someone had been at it, but yeah, least popular video. Let's find that out. The Olivetti is still working. I did end up replacing the hard drive it had with a compact flash adapter, and that's running MS-DOS 6.22 and Windows for Workgroups 3.11. I have attempted to sort of surf the net on Windows for Workgroups, but Internet Explorer 2 doesn't really offer that much, so I'm probably going to look into what newer browsers support Windows for Workgroups 3.11, and then at some point do a video, hopefully showing that on the net. Pull out the Acer computer monitor. It's the only one that will actually work with that computer, because it's got a strange VGA connector. It's sort of got, you can only plug a monitor in that's missing that one pin on the VGA connector, so it does make it a little bit cumbersome otherwise, because most other monitors have the full 15 pins, but I think I did get a cable that is missing that pin, so, but otherwise nothing to stop me from getting a cheap cable and just doing it to that, but yeah, either way. Pentium 3 project is coming along nice. Like it says, well, it's basically finished. That was an Asus. Used to be an Asus Castle 2-C, but I ended up trading that for just a plain Castle 2, the non-C variant, which has the onboard VGA and AGP Pro and I think an extra C and R slot. Not that I'm going to be using that, but yeah, that's a fairly nice system these days. It has Windows 98 on it. I want to get 512 megabytes of RAM back in there, but that's the case it's in. That Celeron computer that I did a video on, the 4331, I've since given that away. I don't have that one anymore. Was quite a slow system and didn't have AGP, didn't have any real upgrade options, and the onboard graphics, the integrated graphics, which was forced, just wouldn't cut it for games. So I just ended up just sort of deciding, I'm just going to scrap this. I think I had had onboard Ethernet, onboard audio, and onboard video, and onboard USB, I believe, as well. And I had the full host of headers for all of that, which would normally cost, I think someone said $80 to get, if you're buying it off eBay, but just found it on the side of the road. But I said to the person who was interested, I just said, yours if you want it, and he ended up taking it. Apparently wasn't quite the model he was after, but either way, he had his fun with it. Like me, he discovered it was hellishly slow, but either way, one day I would like to look into having a better camera than my phone, but I don't know, eventually I'll probably upgrade my phone to something that's got a good enough camera to be able to sort of see things like displays clearly, but my do this is filming in 720p and will probably be processed and uploaded in 720p if I do process it, but normally videos I do in one take like this, where I don't sort of do jump cuts or anything like that. I'll just upload it, just the raw file as it is, no real editing necessary, but if I'm editing, it's just editing two clips together sort of thing, but either way, a lot of these tech acquisition videos are 2 years old at this point, but that was back when I first joined the local retro computing group, and a lot of stuff there is given away for free, but also I've paid forward stuff as well to people. So sort of is quite a sort of a there is quite a lot of camaraderie going on within that group, but either way, maybe eventually I'll do some sort of gaming videos if I can be bothered figuring out how to sort of capture a display. I probably won't do any live streaming or anything like that, but if I can figure out how to capture a display and then in real time add audio to that, then I might do some gaming videos, but more than likely it'll probably be a video capture and then I'll just chuck music over it or something like that. But got to figure out at that point what games to play and what whether to play in multiplayer or single player or all that sort of thing. But probably at that point I'd just end up using OBS and just get a mic and connect it up. But that's pretty distant. I'm not too sure if I would do that, but either way, for those of you who still do support the channel, I would appreciate it if you were able to tell me what sort of videos you would like to see, because for the most part I'm all ears for suggestions. I've got a few ideas coming up which Caleb and I may pursue at some point, but those are sort of still in planning, but some of them are probably a little bit sort of a little bit dangerous, but anyways, we'll talk about that and at some point and see what we can do with that. But yeah, no, for now it's just sort of, the occasional ramble until I find something actually good to post about or to do a video about. Speaking of which, speaking of things that are new, I recently acquired a new monitor, which is a 24-inch Dell that's 1920 by 1200. So, pretty nice monitor. I know someone who's got a second one, so it's going to come my way at some point. But either way, yeah, I don't really know, not that much to really report other than I'm still here, still alive, and yes, I am on and off thinking about the channel. I did plan to do this video. I've been planning this video for sort of a few months now, but just haven't gotten around to it. So other things have gotten in the way. I just forgot about it. But either way, I think for my 100th video, I did something along the lines of a retro PC tour. I mean, since that's changed, and a lot of the systems are are working. But either way, I'll probably do another video. Probably at the very least, just showing all of those computers that I wasn't able to fully show, and just see what people think of them. But I believe I didn't get to show the Pentium MMX system in all its glory, and I believe the Pentium 4 and the Core 2 system didn't turn on. And since then I've acquired another Pentium 4 and a Core i7 first generation running on an X58 platform, so triple channel memory. So I was given some pretty nice DDR3 RAM to go on that. So yeah. Either way, this video's starting to get towards 20 minutes, which is way longer than I intended it to be, and it's not the longest video I've uploaded. The longest would have to be the retro PC tour. That's probably just because I had so many problems with it. But either way, enough rambling, I guess. I do quite a bit of that here, but yeah. Thanks for watching if you've gotten this far, and yeah, I'm thinking I'll have to try my best to do some more content that's interesting. But yeah, sort of like kind of a bit of it's probably going to be the sort of like the old school YouTube stuff, like the stuff that we saw in the 2000s, like stuff blowing up, and I've got some pretty creative sort of ideas of blowing stuff up, but yeah, all in a very safe way, and it's not something that I am preaching at all. As a matter of fact, I'm actually preaching against it. Don't do anything here. Oh, don't do anything you see here at home. I do it so you don't have to. But also, I know how to do it safely, or at the very least relatively safely. And I've got an understanding of how electricity works and how to be safe around it, and how to not seriously hurt yourself. hurt myself around it. So either way, as this video reaches 20 minutes, I think it's time now that I wrap this video up and get it uploaded. Yeah, either way, thank you for watching.